In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the Forestry Mulcher in Farming Simulator 25. Let's get into it. Alright, so if you're looking for the Forestry Mulcher, first and foremost, you need to come into the Vehicles menu, navigate down to Forestry Equipment, and you'll see a Mulchers category there. So you've got two options. You've got the TMC Canceller THX 180 for an excavator, and the TMC Canceller TFR 250 for a tractor. Okay, so you need to make sure you meet the horsepower requirements. Go ahead and purchase or lease that, and you also may want to have a front weight. So in my case, I've got a winch on the front, which helps to balance out the tractor. So basically I've got a little bit of an area here where I want to clear out these bushes, and I've got a couple of small trees, in particular this guy just here, that I want to get rid of. Okay, so instead of using the chainsaw on small to medium sized trees, we can use this guy. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is jump in, we're going to turn the mulcher on by pressing square. Now you've got a guard that you can lower up and down. And you've also got a plow function, which as you drive through the soil, it'll give it a plow state. So when you mulch the ground, you get a cultivated state. Okay, so just be aware of that. So if you don't want to if I just jump out quickly, this texture on your farm anyway, a cultivate. So basically it'll create a field. Then you may not want to do this. So just a heads up on that. But for my purposes, I don't really mind. So we're going to turn the mulcher on. We're going to lower the mulcher. We're going to open the chute up as high as possible. And we're just going to drive on through. See if we can get in there and watch these bushes get munched. Okay, so just drive through. And what we should see happen is those bushes and brushes start to disappear. Okay, so each subsequent pass we're clearing out a little bit more land. So let's go for the side here next to this lodgepole pine. So it also obviously gets rid of the grass as well, which is handy. So let's see if we can take out this I think it's a downy serviceberry. So let's just see if we can back on in. Okay, now if you can't make contact with the tree, just lift the mulcher up and then see if we can get the angle happening. So I may not be able to do it from this side. So there we go, so we're getting the mulching animation. There we go. So sometimes you just got to finesse it back and forward. So if you've used the Lizard T-Rex 600, you'll be familiar with the mechanics of that. So this is basically in place of that at this stage. So let's see if we can't give this little bit of gentle persuasion. Now some of these trees are a bit glitchy. They won't always disappear. So if that's the case, let's try one more time. I'm going to drop this down. Okay, it's not going to work. So if you've got a persistent little tree that won't go, just grab your chainsaw, come in close to the base, just there, we'll do it. So now we've got a small stump that we can get rid of. So let's go and turn this guy back on. And what should happen now is we should get rid of that stump. We also want to try and get rid of this guy. So it's not playing the game currently. Let's see if we can pick it up. No. Alright, let's change. Oh, there we go. So switch hand tool. I'm going to try and pick this up if I can. So we'll move it out to a bit of free space. Let's try this. Now it does clip into the ground, but that's not a problem. So what should happen now is we can basically get rid of it. Now this will work on a variety of different trees. So let's try this lodgepole just here. So depending on the size, so if we can get close enough, like so, that should. So if we're not having success, let's lift her up. So there we go, we've cut it down. Now we're clipping into the fence here, which is going to be problematic. So what I'm going to do is turn this guy off. I'm going to switch to the winch. So that's why we have the winch on the front. So we can, where trees fall over to not optimal areas such as this. So I'll grab that. And we're going to try and pull that out off the fence, which we should be able to do, hopefully. Okay, and straight into another one. So what I'm going to do is, let's get this winch rope in. So we'll winch it in nice and close. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back. Sorry about the trees are in the way. Just through here like this. Let's go and detach. Okay, let's turn our mulcher back on. And what we should be able to do now is drive over this tree and mulch it. There we go. So it's now disappeared. So ideally, we're working in tight quarters here. So that wouldn't normally be a problem. And then you can just go through and mulch up the grass area if you wish. So you don't have to do this. So we've got a couple more smaller bushes just here. So let's go and see if we can take these guys out. Yep, pretty good. Got another lodge pole which we'll attack in a second. So obviously there's a few downsides with the tight area. So let's get this little bush. Because we've got a lot of obstacles, the camera's going all over the place, but fundamentally that's what we're looking to do. Okay, let's lift this guy up. We'll go in backwards, so it's a good idea to have this on the back of your tractor. Okay, lower that down, and we should pull forward. That's gotten that. Let's see if we can get this tree just next to it. Okay, let's lift her up. Now the limiting factor here is just being able to get close enough with the mulcher, so that's not going to work. So it's better at dealing with the smaller trees, because they're easier to push over, and if there's any loose branches or anything left on the ground, you'll get that animation. So we have another lodge pole just there. Let's see if we can't dispatch that. So we're going to do a quick 3-point turn, back it in. Okay. Hopefully I can do this in one go. Okay, it looks like we've cut it down. Okay, a little bit more effective this time. So now obviously if you don't want to mulch the area, if you keep it elevated, you should be able to get most of it. So there's a little bit just left there. Okay, and that's pretty much got it. Okay, let's do one more. Oh, there's a stump, so let's go grab that stump. So it's worthwhile going over the area a couple of times, and then if we get out and walk, we can just sort of visually see where we've gone. Make sure there's no stumps there. Looking pretty good so far. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can do this big oak tree. So let's find an optimal angle. So this just saves you having to chainsaw it, which can be a bit problematic. Okay, let's turn this on. Okay, we'll lift this up. Now, this is on a bit of a hill, so we might not be able to get up there. Let's see. So if we get the animation, we'll be good to go. Okay, it doesn't look like that's going to play the game. Let's perhaps try a different angle of approach here. Yeah, I think it's because it's on a bit of a hill, so let's try this tree just here. I reckon we'll be able to get it. So as long as you can get your cutting blade close to. Okay. Get it to fall over eventually. Okay, so it looks like we've got the stump. Okay, so let's just drive over the rest of it. So it should mulch as we go through. So you just want to go sort of back and forward, nice and easy. Because you obviously don't want to push the tree too far away. And obviously we've got it in an elevated position currently. Okay, so it's clearing that section. So a little bit time consuming, but pretty good reliable way to get rid of trees at this early stage of the game. Okay, so we'll come back through all these little straggly bits in a second. And this is why it's good to go over the area a couple of times, just so you make sure you get everything. Haven't had any issues with clipping into the ground and glitching out so far, which has been promising. Okay, we should be able to get those bits, get that bit. One last bit over here. Alright, cool. So that's that. Right, what I'm going to do, see if we can't push this to a little bit more of an extreme. Jump out, grab our chainsaw. So we want to cut this guy nice and low to the ground. Alright, let's see if we can't mulch this guy. Alright, so let's turn the mulcher back on. So come up the hill a little bit. So I reckon we should be able to get pretty close here. Okay, that looks to be getting the stump. Okay, so I've got the stump. This might take a little bit of finessing, but I think we'll get there. Doesn't help that we're on a hill, so alright, let's see if we can push this tree just a little bit onto some flatter ground. Okay, let's see if we get a better angle here. Okay, slowly but surely. And because of the shape of this guy, we're not able to get on top of it, so let's just reposition again. There we go. Now we seem to be, just want to maintain that mulching animation. Okay, let's lift it back up. That seemed to be working. Doesn't appear to be making much progress, does it? Here we go. Done. Okay, so obviously the bigger trees take a longer period, as we just observed, but yeah, you can do it. So let's just go over this mound a couple of times. Make sure we got the stump. Yep, so there's obviously some remnants of some wood just through there. Now having a decent horsepower tractor is obviously the way to go. Okay, so far so good. Alright, looks like we've got a sneaky little bit of stump over here, so let's see if we can't get rid of that. Okay, that's got it. Let's quickly dump out and check. So the reason why you want to make sure you get all these stumps and remnants is if you try and build a building or put something on this area, and if there's something still there, it won't let you build because it'll come up as a collision. So let's just do this little bit and then we'll walk the area and have a look. So okay, that's pretty much done. So you can see it took about 10 minutes to clear all that land, and now we can flatten it out, put something else on there we want to build, and we've also got a field state as well. So there you have it. Alright, there you go guys, a little bit of an intro onto the Forestry Mulcher. So if you found this video helpful, give the video a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, leave them down below in the comments and let me know how you go. Otherwise I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.